With E3 fast approaching and all of us eager to get another look at CD Projekt Red's upcoming sci-fi epic, we dove back into all of our coverage to pull out the coolest info bits we know so far. Here are 53 awesome details about Cyberpunk 2077. Thought CDPR had made a brand new sci-fi world? Nope. Cyberpunk 2077 finds its roots in the 1990 tabletop role-playing game Cyberpunk 2020. If you're worried that it's not going to come out until the actual year 2077, don't fear. It's slated for release on the current generation of consoles. 2077 was built on an entirely new engine from CD Projekt Red called Red Engine 4. The game is set in the year 2077 in the fictional Night City in California, somewhere between Los Angeles and San Francisco. The people of Cyberpunk 2077 might not even be able to be considered human anymore as they're so obsessed with cybernetic augmentation. 2077's dystopian setting takes place in an alternate timeline from our own. Its currency is the Eurodollar, or Eddy. Vending machines dispense various stat-boosting foodstuffs like the soda that restores health. Other, less legal substances can be used to similar effect. The Trauma Team is an elite group of combat-trained paramedics ready to provide healing or revives, if you have the eddies to pay them. Dex here is a fixer. Fixers are the wheelers and dealers of Night City and can range from low-level street informants to high-ranking crime bosses like him. If you thought your local subway map was rough, Cyberpunk 2077's Metro map is a nightmare. The entire E3 demo took place in the area called Watson to give you an idea of how large Night City really is. While there are flying cars in Night City, you won't be able to pilot them as far as we know. This car belongs to your friend Jackie, but you'll likely be able to get your own as well. What would a futuristic adventure be without some high-octane vehicular combat? 2077 will surely have its fair share of that. Players can fire from the driver's seat or have their AI companions grab the wheel to allow them to get better aim. Level designer Miles Tost claims the game is experimenting with fully destructible environments. Environments also have interactable objects that can be used in combat, like dropping this lifted car to create new cover. 2077 is all about its intense single-player campaign. Multiplayer will not be available at launch, but is planned and won't just be round after round of deathmatch. While playing in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, conversations will be seamless. Gameplay and cinematics will look nearly identical and NPCs can be interrupted by the world. Staying true to the tabletop game, 2077's characters will have deep customization options. This includes detailed choices about your background, from your childhood hero to why you've come to Night City. Stats include classic RPG stats like strength, constitution, reflex, and intelligence, as well as cyberpunk-focused ones like tech and cool. Cool in the tabletop game determined your ability to maintain composure in a firefight, but in 2077, it affects how influential your character is in the world around them, similar to a charisma score. No matter what your personal style, the world around you will respond to your appearance. Clothing you wear will affect your street cred, which helps determine your notoriety and what kind of jobs and activities are available to you. Your inventory will also affect your physical stats, including damage resistances and combat proficiencies. You can inspect items in your inventory to uncover more information about them. Your character won't be limited to one specific class, rather you'll pick skills from one of 3 thematic pools. The Netrunner is an experienced and skilled hacker in Night City. The Techie has skills for the crafting obsessed, and the Solo is for Cyberpunk 2077's mercenary class. You will of course have many companions, including potential romantic partners. Who he attempts to romance is up to you, the player. Some characters will be more receptive to this depending on choices you make during character creation. The NPCs you meet along the way won't just guide you to your missions, but may also tag along. Each will have their own class, stats, and skills, too. The team decided on the first-person shooter style in order to fully immerse players in the world. The HUD features standard details like remaining ammo and health, but doesn't appear until you upgrade your body with the necessary cyber optics to see it. It also shows character levels, enemy health bars, and your damage per shot. Some upgrades enable passive bonuses, like scanning for weak points or unlocking access to new weapons. Other skills offer more active bonuses, like the Kalashnikov ability that hyper-focuses your combat awareness to effectively slow down time. Weapons can be customized as well, with different upgrades to parts and ammo. One weapon module includes seeing how bullets will ricochet and hit enemies hiding behind cover. Another targeting module allows the player to see enemies through walls. Some weapons have multiple firing modes, like this tech shotgun that fires armor-penetrating slugs or a powered-up charge shot. Missions and activities can all be completed in different ways depending on your preference as a player. This can mean talking your way out of a bad situation, or opting to use non-lethal takedowns on your enemies. Engineering, among other skills, can also help players find a variety of ways to solve puzzles and overcome obstacles. Hacking into enemies can reveal information about their hideouts or jam their weapons to prevent them from firing at you. Regardless of how you choose to tackle an objective or how badly you might mess one up, 2077 will react to how you've played. There are no game over fail screens unless you get iced and can't afford the Trauma Team. In fact, in our Gamescom demo, we saw a completely different outcome to this mission based on the choices we made during it. Of course, we'll likely need to do a sizable update to this list after E3 2019, so be sure to tune into IGN's coverage of the event for all of your Cyberpunk needs. Until then, why not check out a bunch of other Cyberpunk games to tide you over until 2077 comes out, or how CDPR's most highly anticipated game benefits from its tabletop origins.